It's raining. Hallelujah! Kaksi, Sarjaa, Kuvia, coming soon. Exhibition of photography and visual art.
Terve! Teidän kanssa mestari Viktor ja minun upea vieraita.
Pekka Haltonen and Harri Andersson.
Täällä on upea kaunis nainen, Alona, art-rehtori, Hopeinen Siveri.
And yes, of course, today we have a guest.
Welcome.
And they come to open for you beautiful exhibition. Harri Andersson is an architect, visual artist, like a hobby. And he likes a lot of literature and write their books. Pekka Haltonen, he's an amateur and he makes our Helsinki more beautiful. Kaksi, Sarjaa, Kuvia. So Harri, please can you present yourself?
Well, I'm Harri Andersson. I'm from Helsinki and I'm an architect, and I have been working as an architect for like 30 years or 25. And this exhibition is very important for me because it's called Kaksi, Sarjaa, Kuvia. And I have had this idea of Sarjaa, Kuvia already like 20 years ago or 30 years ago. And there's a play with the words Sarjaa, Kuvia. Separately in Finnish, it's a series of images. But together, Sarjaa, Kuvia, it means cartoons, comics. And my works are a little bit like comics, like this small rectangular pictures. That's the background. And other background is that when I was a kid, my father and my mother, we were together, we were doing like puzzles, December, this Christmas time. One Christmas, like maybe 1983 or 84, my father gave me a set of Chinese watercolors in tubes. And that started my unofficial artist's career. And I am still doing the same thing, kind of same thing. For example, this picture, I have made the same landscape for six or 8 times. And first time I showed it to my father, like 1985, he was like, he didn't say anything. But then I made many copies of it and given them to friends and like that. And this is the ultimatum, this is the last one, and I think this is the best one. It could be actually on Earth, somewhere in Thailand or South America, but I don't think it's here. It's farther away, maybe a distant galaxy. And there's a place for us, everybody, you know. So, and there are people also at cottages and villages, but they are not in this picture. They're somewhere else behind the mountains, you know. And then there's the other cartoon, which it's easy for me to take it from here. My images, they come from imagination or dreams. And imagination, I think people use imagination when they are awake. And when they sleep, they have dreams. And then there's also something in between, but we don't talk about that now. So I had a dream, and there was one street in Helsinki, there were many Harley Davidson guys. I had the dream maybe 6 years ago. But one guy was riding this kind of motorbike. So the wheels were strange, but I decided to take the guy out and replace him with this beautiful woman. So this is a kind of picture of a modern motorbike. Maybe you can ride it on the between stars somewhere, but that's I have some other pictures also which come from my dreams, you know, but they will be shown at this exhibition, and so that's the story behind my father's can you say legacy? My father,
Yeah.
because my father was actually, he was also very talented in graphical art, so maybe it comes from there. Thank you.
I see that this is donuts on this motorbike. See?
Donuts, yeah,
Donuts, yeah,
donuts,
it
that's
looks
right.
like.
Why not donuts on the motorbike.
Yeah. You know, I also have motorbike.
Really?
Yeah, and we have like challenge to make a photo with the pink donuts. And now I see donuts on the wheels. Yeah, it's a nice
So
idea.
that's, you know, also in science, but also in art, it's difficult to find out something new. And Mr. Einstein was the first who discovered that E equals mc2. But in art, it's also difficult to invent something new. And I hope this is the first picture of a modern motorbike with donuts.
So Harry, you you are an architect. Or architect, this is for all your life.
That's not all my life, but I'm now working in Vantaa building inspection office, and I give building permits to cottages, small houses, big building, also like swimming hall, ice hockey hall. And I like it. We have a very nice crew of people there. I've been there for 3 years, and before that I have been working in private companies too. And private companies are very nice, but when you're working on public sector, your day stops at 16, like 4, then you can run.
Yeah,
You're working on a private architecture company, it can be, you're working like 14 hours per day if you have to do it. So architecture for me, I have done, my biggest project was like Kallio Virastotalo, renovating it. It was 40,000 square meters, like 1999 till 2003 or 4. It was very nice. It was a nice period of time in my life. So I have been designing office blocks, like renovation, hospital areas, and now I'm engaged in giving permits to small houses. I haven't designed a small house yet, but now I can look how they are made, so that maybe in the future I can put something on this planet there for myself and Pekka too.
Yeah, actually, this is amazing investment for Earth, for our beautiful Finland, for people. Yes, you make really big work. Thank you. How you connect architecture with your paintings? How you decide to paint by yourself, and what this is kind of illustration or comics?
Yeah, well, this lady there on the bike, she appears on 2 other works of art, which you will see in the Lyric exhibition. And talking about architecture and painting or drawing, so I first started to make these comics or pictures by myself. I didn't know anything about architecture. It's just that I can write, or actually I can make good pictures, but I didn't know how architecture works. So I entered the school in 1987, Otaniemi Tekninen Korkeakoulu, and then after having worked for a couple of years in offices, I realized this is not only drawing, it's much more than only drawing. But being a good architect is very difficult, and I never have had an own office, but I don't mind. Architecture is for me is meeting people, and also I have had the possibility to bring my own ideas to some old buildings too. I have been doing so much renovation projects that I know about old buildings.
So I can say that you are inspired by building, by architecture, and now I see that your paintings start speaking, and you can understand. I think that you can understand more deeply how the urbanistic connection working through the visual art. This is my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
And actually, I like a lot the ideas of your painting, and I would like to hear what other people, how they understand your paintings. It's so interesting. It's about every painting we can speak along, and you have genius ideas.
Yeah, thank you. And it's also when you read a book, So like 10 people read a book, or I write a little novel and 20 people read it. So they can see the book everybody sees and experiences the book a little bit on its own way.
Yes.
But also
right.
in art, it gives everybody something personal or also something which is like universal.
Okay, let's take attention a little bit for Pekka Haltonen. So our amazing photographer for this exhibition. And so Pekka, can you tell to us about yourself? Short presentation, please. I give you a microphone.
Okay, my name is Pekka Haltonen. I've lived in Helsinki a little over 20 years. I'm originally from Jyväskylä, central part of Finland. And I've been working like five years for the city of Helsinki in the nature reserve areas. We take care of meadows and it's sort of gardening work. We take out the invasive species plants. For example, kurtturuusu, Japanese rose, which is a very common rose. We take it out and so that the original all the plants and flowers that grow in Finland can still exist. That's the kind of work I've been doing for the city of Helsinki. And I do some photography and video for in my work also, but these photographs that I have here are different. They're mainly Helsinki photographs, city sceneries, and sort of cinematic, I guess. I've done some videos also, short stories with actors, fictional stuff. I have this cinematic mind. I've always loved cinema, old classical films, and I try to these photographs. I think they have this kind of feeling that you get in cinemas. I guess I've noticed that I try to mimic them. I've done these kind of photographs last 5 years. I could say more seriously that I go walking in our beautiful city of Helsinki and try to get photographs. As they say, there's always a photograph somewhere, and you try to find it. So that's what I've been trying to do, and I'm a serious amateur, I guess you could say that.
Let's talk about one of your art piece. Okay, let's see. I see many birds in your art.
Mm.
So why birds?
I am a birder. I've been interested in birds since I was young. I still try to, recognize at least 100 birds every summer. There's this BirdLife organization that has this sort of a competition. It's not a competition, but it's on the internet that when you see a bird, you collect like 100 birds. So I do it every year. I don't know why they sing and they fly. I don't know. They're beautiful. I think I take a lot of pictures of birds, but there's only one in this exhibition, and this is from Kauppatori area in Helsinki. There's Silakkamarkkinat market every year, and there's old boats, wooden boats that come from different parts of the coast. They come to Kauppatori, and this was taken a few years back. It was the water was very still, and there was this beautiful reflection.
Yeah.
on the sea surface, and I was following this seagull that was there's all many seagulls there in the harbor area in Kampatori Market Square, and you could see the boat and the light was nice. This was early in the morning, and it's sort of I guess there's some kind of timeless feeling in these old parts of Helsinki. You know, that you could see, you go back 100 years, 200 years, you could see the same kind of picture, you know. It hasn't changed in some parts.
You use like symbol of Finland because we have in the school, kids have in the school different discovering of birds. They go to the forest, they make a photo. Also they have big seagull.
Oh yes, they do. Yeah.
So it's actually very symbolical that you take here, that you bring here seagull also, because we are located in Runebergen Katu. Hub is here also. And yes, thank you for the symbol, Pekka and Hari. You are very similar, the way of art, what you choose. So you connect your hobbies and your work. So buildings connected in visual art. So ecological question, beauty of green Finland connected in your photography. So how do you feel this connection?
No, I think nature is very important, and in Finland we try to take care of the nature, and if you can sort of like in my photography or the bird photography, some of the species birds are, there's less and less birds, you know. They migrate to Finland, and some of the bird species are getting smaller, the number of them. And if you show to people, they can see a beautiful picture of a bird, and then you tell them that this is going to be extinct or not. Surroundings where because birds fly here to nest to Finland. And if they don't have the forest anymore, if they don't have the environment where they can make more bird babies, we're going to lose them. You can bring out this point in art, environmental issues and nature, which is very important.
My opinion, that Finnish art is very connected with nature, and this is the main philosophy of Finnish art. Is I'm right?
Yes, we have artists like Pekka Halonen, Akseli Gallen-Kallela and other who were painting Finnish landscapes in the 20th century. So it's a clear sign that we didn't have so much cities or towns or villages in Finland. We have had forests and lakes. They are very important for us, and they remain important because maybe Finnish people are still a bit more like cottage people. You know, every summer, almost every family, they go to the summer cottage and spend holiday there. So our family, we don't have an own cottage, but we can visit friends' cottages, and it's very nice, like having parties and relaxing in the nature.
No hei, arvoisa Pekka, arvoisa Harri, miten te löydä meidän upean galleriamme?
Olin tulossa äitini luota. Äiti on vanha, hän asuu Pitäjämäellä ja tuli bussilla tuonne hankkeiden kohdalle. Mä käännyn tästä vaihteeksi tätä Runebergikatua pitkin ja mä oon kävellyt tästä varmaan 10 kertoja. No sitten mä katsoin, että tuolla on galleria ja siellä saattaa joku nainen siellä. Siis mä kävelin melkein ohi siitä, mutta sitten mä olin, hetkinen, tässä voisi käydä katsomassa, mitä täällä tapahtui. Kateriina oli täällä, me juteltiin vähän. Kateriina. Mä ajattelin, hei, tää voisi olla valtavan hieno idea, kun teillä on näitä vaihtuvia näyttöitä. Ja Helsingissä ei ole kovin monta semmoista galleriaa, missä voi tulla tälleen. Että siellä oli Kalliossa oli joku, sitten Albert 9 oli, missä mulla oli kanssa siellä. Mutta tää on valtavan hieno, arvostan tätä linjaa, täällä on kunnon valaistus ja tämä figuratiivinen linja, tämä on vähän niin kuin mielikuvituslinja, niin se on niin hyvä. Se on niin hyvin toteutuu näissä väreissä ja muodossa, että mä sanottua, kun mä asun tuossa kampissa ja siinä on sitten monia gallerioita, mä oon joskus käynyt kyllä siellä, mutta se joku semmoinen non-figuratiivinen voi olla vähän vaikea laji. Figuratiivinenkin voi olla vaikeaa, mutta mielestäni täällä on onnistuttu siinä, miten väri ja muoto, fantasia yhdistyy näissä teoksissa. Mä ihastuin välttämättä tähän paikkaan. Ja sitä kautta tulee, että jaksoin kääntää pääteen tuolta, niin sitten täällä löytyy tämä paikka.
Bravo!
Okay, we hear now architect's speech in his word. We can find the lines and minimalism philosophy. I would like to ask you, is it right how I understand Finnish design, Finnish philosophy, Finnish art philosophy? I would like to add some idea. For me, Finnish design or Finnish art is like seed. You take a seed, put to the earth. After you give water to the earth, after you wait, and it's coming step by step, the nature child. It's very minimalistic, it's very natural, step by step, and I can see this in the people philosophy also. Is it right? Can you explain?
I guess you're right. The Finnish mentality is not so explosive, or we don't express ourselves like other nationalities, I guess, but doesn't mean that we don't. Our style is to maybe simplify or try to make the essence of things in a more simple way. I guess this is something that you meant. The Finnish design is, of course, well known, and I think it's not. It does have its roots in the nature. And
Finland has been, like many centuries, quite a poor country. And take, for example, Italy, 2,500 years of civilization. But I don't care, I'm from Finland, we do it our way. And you go to Italy like Siena, you look at the church, it's incredible. So many details, decorations, you get like, oh, this is too much. But for us in Finland, we are very happy with like Tuomiokirkko and many modern churches too. But maybe in visual arts we do have some expressionists too, like Kaleru Palsa and people like that from the 60s and 70s when art was developing more and more. But main thing is I agree that Finnish people might be quiet or somehow, but I'm quite sure that also in Italy there are quiet people. You can generalize people. Finns are like that, or Italians are like that. We are all different. Every one of us, like snowflakes. Imagine the quantity of small snowflakes. Each and is different.
I also like the idea that in art we can find similarities, you know, in all over the world. Art has always been a part of, you know, human existence, and it's a language like music or paintings or poetry or rhythm, and it's universal. And I like things that connects, you know, people. In this time, we have to have everything that makes us more peaceful or more understanding. It's very difficult, but art is one of the powers that we have in this world.
I agree.
I would like to ask about your duet. How you decide make the beautiful collaboration for this exhibition? How you connect it?
We,
Yes.
the two of us.
Two.
Well, it dates back to the early 1990s. We had a rock and roll band. Yeah. And we also had like 5 gigs. 5 gigs we had, and it was we were like a little more than 20, 21, 22, and that's where we met, and it was very fun. And then this band has changed after that in 20 years. And some new members have come in, and now we have played together like 2 years ago, but nowadays I'm so busy that I want to sleep more. But music is the thing that connects us really, and I would say that me and Pekka, we had partially same taste in music, like Allman Brothers, Doobie Brothers, or British heavy bands. We do have the same kind of taste in music also.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to be thankful for Harry because he made this exhibition possible for me. And he had the idea, he had exhibitions before, and he had seen my photographs, and he just said, Pekka, one day we're going to have an exhibition, and it took some time, but here we are, and I have to thank Harry for this opportunity.
Thank you, Harry.
Yeah, I'll mention this, my own idea from decades ago, like Sarjaa, Kuvia, as I mentioned. And I'm really happy to have Pekka here, because when I look at some Pekka's works or photographs, I think some of them are better as photographs than my best drawings, because you have such a perfect idea and the realization and all colors and forms, and you see the city in a different way. You know, I'm from Helsinki, but I cannot see my city in this way. So he opens up my mind. Okay, that's also has. It's incredible.
Thanks. Thank you.
So how is not a realistic working connection? Architect's profession, buildings, urbanism, create visual art. So green Finland, flowers, trees, grasses, create the photography. When you would like to see this connection, these two friends, band musicians,
Rock and roll.
who make a duet between visual art, photography and music. You can see all them works and them personally in exhibition Kaksi, Sarjaa, Kuvia, 16th of November, 5 o'clock, Sunday. Kaksi, Sarjaa, Kuvia, Pekka Haltunen and Harri Andersson.